Love and work, work and love, that's all there is. People do not really want freedom, because freedom involves responsibility, and most people are frightened of responsibility. In the small matters, trust the mind. In the large ones, the heart. Friendship is an art of keeping distance, while love is an art of intimacy. Thought is action in rehearsal. The only person with whom you have to compare yourself, it's you in the past. The virtuous man contents himself with dreaming that which the wicked man does in actual life. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. We are never so defenseless against suffering as when we love. Unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. From error to error, one discovers the entire truth. Where does a thought go when it's forgotten? The weakness of my position does not imply a strengthening of yours. Those who have eyes to see and ears to hear will soon convince themselves that mortals cannot hide any secret. The scope of one's personality is defined by the magnitude of that problem, which is capable of driving a person out of his wits. Every man must find out for himself in what particular fashion he can be saved. Conscience is the internal perception of the rejection of a particular wish operating in us. We can never give up. We only exchange one thing for another. No one who shares a delusion ever recognizes it as such. One must be humble. One must keep personal preferences and antipathies in the background if one wishes to discover the realities of the world. It is precisely the minor differences in people who are otherwise alike that form the basis of feelings of strangeness and hostility between them. We are never so vulnerable as when we love. We are so made that we can derive intense enjoyment only from a contrast and very little from a state of things. The profound obscurity of the background of our ignorance is scarcely illuminated by a few glimmers of insight. The voice of the intellect is a soft one, but it does not rest till it has gained a hearing. Finally, after countless successions of rebuffs, it succeeds. The fact is that a survival of all the early stages alongside the final form is only possible in the mind, and that it is impossible for us to represent a phenomenon of this kind in visual terms. Least of all should the artist be held responsible for the fate which befalls his works. We choose not randomly each other. We meet only those who already exist in our subconscious. We are what we are because we have been what we have been, and what is needed for solving the problems of human life and motives is not moral estimates, but more knowledge. Whoever loves becomes humble. Those who love have, so to speak, pawned a part of their narcissism.